Hello and welcome to this week's weekly forecast. Let's see what the oracle cards and the tarot cards have to tell you this week and what you need to know for the week ahead. The way this works is that you choose whichever pile and or crystal you feel drawn to, and then you use the timestamps in the description box to jump straight to your reading. So we have pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. Feel free to pause the video to take a moment to see which pile you feel most drawn to, and then jump right ahead with the timestamps to your reading. Hello and welcome, pile number 1. If you have felt drawn to this card and or this crystal, then this is going to be your reading for the week ahead, the week beginning Monday, 30th of June. So let's have a look at what your significator card is all about. We have boundaries. Okay, so my first impression is that you're going to be invited this week to set boundaries, to become clearer with your boundaries, or maybe you will get tested in such a way that forces you to reevaluate your boundaries and to be clearer with your boundaries. Let's see what other oracle cards we are getting for you before we're going to look at the tarot. What else does pile number 1 need to know for the week beginning 30th of June? Whoops, there's loads coming out here. Let's take these 3. Doubt. Maybe you're having a difficult time with setting boundaries in general, and then doubt yourself when you set them. That happens quite a lot, I think. Certainly I myself find that sometimes when I set boundaries, I then think, oh, maybe I'm going over the top, or maybe that's a bit mean, or maybe I'm not being nice. And the cards are saying to you, no, that's not what it is. Don't doubt. If you feel like you need to set a boundary, then that is your need, and then this is what you should do. Don't doubt your own intuition. You know what feels right and what feels wrong and what you need. And if you feel the need to set a boundary with someone, then you are valuing and how do I want to say this? Estimating, putting in, valuing your own needs, valuing and respecting your own needs. Courage. You're invited to have the courage to listen to yourself, to set boundaries when you need to. And envy. Either you are worried about other people's reaction and envy coming your way when you set boundaries, maybe because you're claiming back your time and other people don't feel as confident to do the same and therefore envy you for being better able at setting boundaries. So it could be a fear of envy combined with your doubt, and you're invited to be courageous and not worry about these things. Or there could be actual envy coming your way this week, which might have to do with why you're setting these boundaries. Both is possible. Let's go into the tarot cards, and then at the end maybe get another oracle card. Let's mix it up a bit. Okay, let's get to the tarot cards. What does pile number 1 need to know for this week beginning Monday, 30th of June? I'm feeling this card, this card, this card, and this one. Okay. The 7 of Cups. You are trying to fulfill a dream, I think. I think you have something in mind that you want to achieve. And in order to achieve it, you need to set boundaries. Yes, you're definitely envisioning something in your future. You're at this stage where things are coming in, you know, it's not quite clear yet. It might be still shrouded in a little bit of a fog, but you are at a place where you're starting to create a vision for your future, starting where a dream is starting to take shape. And when I'm looking at this envy card, I feel like there's maybe also, and the doubt, maybe there's also an element of you not feeling like you deserve it. A part of you that wants to play small and shies away. Maybe the dream seems a bit big, but you're definitely asked to not be afraid, to be courageous and to set boundaries if you need to in order to achieve that dream. The Emperor, yep, step into your power. This is a week where you're going to be asked, and the Empress, the male and feminine energy of, you know, stepping into your own power. And the Empress, she's pregnant, so there's in this case I would say it's about being pregnant with an idea. There's certainly something coming through for you this week. And the Hierophant, and he's someone who, again, I instantly connect with him rather than with these two guys, because I feel like he's in a position of authority, has something to share, and I feel like maybe your dream has something to do with that. Maybe you want to put something out into the world, want to share something of yourself that will require you to set boundaries, that might attract envy from others, and therefore makes you feel a bit insecure and doubtful. And the universe is definitely saying to you, no, step into your power, be courageous. This is exactly what you're meant to do. Don't be thrown off by doubt, your own doubt, or by envy coming your way. You know, set boundaries with anything that is trying to get you off track, whether that is internal things or external things. Your dreams are valid, your needs are valid, and you are invited to be courageous and go after them this week. Now let's see what other oracle cards we have coming through for you this week. What other messages? I feel this one. Hope. Yes, courage and hope. You know, believe in the power of your dreams. May the horizon always sustain you. Look, he's looking at the horizon, and just now another card fell out, which is curious. You know, instead of being worried, scared, and anxious about your dream, be curious about it. You know, that's actually a great way to approach anything that may trigger some anxiety in us. You know, look at it as an adventure. Be curious about it. What's the worst that can happen? So you're pursuing a dream. So what? You know, the worst that can happen is that it doesn't work out. But personally, I always think, what would I regret more? Trying and failing, or not even having tried? And for me, the answer is always not having tried. So I shall leave you with that. Sounds like it's going to be an interesting week for you. Have a lovely week, and I hope to see you back soon. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome, pile number 2. If you felt drawn to this card and or this crystal, then this is going to be your reading for the week beginning Monday, 30th of June. So let's have a look at your significator card. Hunger. Ooh, what are you hungry for this week? I wonder. So let's get some more oracle cards to get some clarification, to see what else does pile number 2 need to know for this week beginning 30th of June. very sticky today. Maybe it's me who's sticky. It's very hot today. I'm feeling this card. Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world and do so without judgment. Are you hungry for more balance in your life? That's the question. The card at the bottom of this deck is friendship. I've looked at it, so I think we should use it. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Is there some imbalance in one of your friendships, I wonder? Could be. Okay, let's put this to the side, but keep it in the back of our minds. I will now go to the tarot cards, and then at the end we can come back to some more oracle cards. So what else does pile number 2 need to know for this week, beginning 30th of June? What messages do we have for pile number 2? These two, okay. Okay, mäßigkeit. I finally remember the English word temperance, but it's also balance. So it's clearly a theme. We have the Four of Swords, which is about rest and peace. We have the Three of Wands, which is a card about moving towards something. We have the Sun, and we have the Seven of Swords. They're all really positive cards. The Seven of Swords is someone who feels like they're sneaking around and hiding, and there's shame. That's the sort of energy I'm always getting from this card. And also someone who feels guilty when they're looking after themselves. Like, you know, like they're stealing from someone else when they're giving to themselves. And with the hunger, if you have feeling like that, I feel like you are done with that. You want more in your life. You are looking for more. Maybe you're not clear yet what exactly that is, but you know what feeling and energy you're after. You want more of this in your life. More sunshine, more joy, more abundance, more happiness, more lightness of being. And you also want some peace and quiet and some balance. Yes, and I think that desire is going to be really, really strong for you this week. You've had enough of sneaking around. You've had enough of stealing away quiet moments for yourself, not prioritizing yourself. It's like you want more for yourself, and you've got every right to want that. Let's see what we've got from these oracle cards. Allow. Yes. Allow yourself that hunger. Allow yourself to want that in your life. And we also have present. May you sense each shiver of the surf. And that I feel relates to this card. You want to be more present in your own life. You want to be present for your life. You don't want to be just sneaking around and fitting in what's important to you in the margins of your life. You want to be present. You want to be fulfilled. And this week you're going to feel a really strong hunger to make that happen. To allow more room for yourself in your life. And the cards are saying, go for it. And it may require some balancing. The fact that you have 2 balance cards in your reading makes me think that, and you might need to take some time to think how you're going to do it. But it's definitely possible for you. That's why this allow card came in. You know, don't think that you can't have it or it's impossible. It's possible. It might just need a little bit of jiggling and a little bit of time to figure out how you're going to do this. So this week, allow that hunger to drive you, to make that time and space for you to figure out how you can bring more joy, more presence into your life, and to stop feeling like you're only existing in the margins and other things take center stage rather than the things that are really important to you. I hope this resonates. Have a lovely week and I hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome, pile number 3. If this is the card and or crystal that you felt drawn to, then this is going to be your reading for this week, beginning 30th of June. Let's have a look at your significator card. We have surrender. So this week you're going to be asked to surrender. Let's get a few more oracle cards to see what other messages go with this. What else does pile number 3 need to know for this week, beginning 30th of June? I feel like this card is sticking out. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. The feeling I'm getting from this is that this week you are going to be invited to let go of something from the past that you may have felt haunted by. I'm hearing it's time to finally let it go. You know, to surrender, to stop fighting it, to stop holding on to it, to stop giving it space, to stop feeding it, to let go and move on. That's what I'm getting for you. Let's get the tarot cards and then come back to some oracle cards at the end of the reading. What else does pile number 3 need to know for this week, beginning 30th of June? The Ace of Wands. It's time to start something new. And the Six of Cups. I get the impression that what you need to let go is something that has to do with your childhood. A lost innocence is the impression I'm getting. So this week, yes, something from your childhood, some kind of trauma, some sort of bad memory is coming up, and you are being invited to finally let it go in order to be able to move on with your life, you know, to have a fresh new start with fresh new energy. It's time. You've been carrying this around with you for a long time, and you don't need to think about it anymore. You don't need to analyze it anymore. It's time to kind of close that chapter and move on. That's the message I'm getting for you. We also have the 9 of Cups. What I'm getting from this is you've been so wrapped up in the past, in this trauma, in this memory that you have completely overlooked or have not been aware how fortunate you actually are. It's been distracting you from enjoying and appreciating the life you have created for yourself. And the cards are saying, it's enough now. You know, it's like, let it go. Let it go. Come back to the present. Come back to the amazing life you have already created for yourself, and allow yourself a new beginning. The King of Cups, you know, he is in control of his emotions. He's navigating his emotions confidently. And that tells me that you've come out of a time where these things from the past have really impacted you emotionally. And it's time to rise above that now. The Knight of Coins. He's offering something, you know. And I feel like life is offering you that new beginning. Life is saying, okay, that happened. You've dealt with it. You've spent time with it. You worked your way through it. And now it's time to let go and become present again to the gifts and the abundance that's already here to enable you to have a fresh new start. Yeah. The Four of Cups is like, while you are clinging on to this, you are unable to accept the offerings that are coming into your life. That is a really, really clear message for me that I'm hearing. You know, it's, you know, stop wallowing, stop holding on to what happened in the past. It's time to let go, to surrender, to free yourself, because you're the one who carries that burden. You know, you're the one who relives these things over and over, and it's not necessary. You know, I do get this strong feeling that you've done the work. You know, now let it go. Let it go. You know, come back to the present. You know, come and have a look around you. Look at all the abundance that's present in your life, and accept the gifts that are being offered to you. It's time to start something new. Look at all this new growth, you know. It's wonderful, really. I mean, it's like you've done the work, now reap the rewards. That's the message. Now let's see if we have anything else from these oracle cards for you. Pile number 3. What else do you need to know for this week beginning 30th of June? We're taking these, several ones. Okay, we're taking all of them. There are quite a few. We have begin. May you start as if you have already begun. See, it's like it's time for a fresh start. You know, like you closed a chapter, open a new one. It's a blank page. Start writing. Believe that, you know, anything's possible. You know, the world's your oyster. It's lying at your feet. It's like, go live your life. Decide what you want to do now. You know, decide how you want to move forward now. Decide what you want to do with the rest of your life. Excuse the sparrows outside my window. They're having a party. And yeah, journey. May you seek adventure. It's really exciting, actually. I find it's like, yeah, I'm getting this feeling of a wide open road in front of you where anything's possible. I mean, look at this image. It's like it's all here as well towards the horizon. You know, it's like it's time to move forward. It's time to stop looking back. It's time to stop going on about the past. Live your life. It's amazing. There is so much for you, you know, so much abundance, so many gifts coming your way. It's an amazing journey. And yes, our lives include some sad chapters, some difficult chapters, but we can't write the next chapter if we keep reading the last one. And for you this week, it's time to close that old chapter, to start a fresh page, and to start a new adventure. I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you very much. Bye bye.